Hellsweeper VR. Well, today is the day that Hellsweeper finally drops, and this freaking awesome game is about to drop on PlayStation, Quest 2, and PCVR. Well, listen, every good game comes with some caveats. Unfortunately, this game has a very small caveat, but we're going to speak about that later in the video. Don't worry, we're going to get to it. But first of all, what is Hellsweeper VR? Well, Hellsweeper VR is essentially a roguelike game. That's what it is at its heart, but it is like something you've never experienced before in virtual reality, and I can definitely tell you that firsthand. Because in this game, you're able to wall run, jump, spin, flip, literally do all of that while slowing down time, summoning swords, guns, whatever you like, and spells, and destroying hell demon scumbags. I mean, there's literally not much you can't do in this game. It's probably one of the biggest exceptions to the rule of what can be done with virtual reality movement. So on that front, this game is honestly a 10 out of 10. I would definitely say if you have a weak stomach, it might not be the game for you, although they do have a fantastic array of different options, which will get you comfortable in the game regardless of your sort of comfort level. But if you want to get the most out of the game, well, you're going to need some strong VR legs, because let me tell you, flipping and dipping and throwing and shooting and all of those things at the same time can get kind of intense. But it doesn't just stop there. No, you also have a pet hellhound as well. And with this hellhound, you get a super cool squeaky toy that you can throw and you can summon. And honestly, this little dude is very, very helpful in the battle. Plus, just dope in general. Honestly, from that side of things, this game has just been an absolute flipping blast to play this. Now, I have had the chance to experience it on all three platforms. I've had to go on PlayStation, I've had to go on PC, and I've had to go on Quest. Honestly, 2 out of 3 really impressed me, and I bet you that you're not going to guess which one out of those 3 is the one that impressed me the least. It's probably going to surprise you that that answer is sadly PSVR 2. Now, the reason that PSVR 2 let me down a little bit is honestly the textures for it just aren't great when you're in the headset. It's not too bad when you look at the social screen, but when you actually play the game itself, it's kind of a little bit, it's just a bit of a letdown. I don't want to hang on this too much because I genuinely believe like developers like Vertigo are going to rectify this issue in no time. Honestly, their passion towards creating VR and making it incredible really kind of knows no bounds, and honestly, I have just complete faith. I mean, I actually visited their studio a little while ago, which is when I had just a very short go at this on a PlayStation. And yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't the best experience. But I can confirm though that nonetheless, you still have the full game there. It's just not as pretty as you would expect it to be on a PlayStation. For the Quest 2, honestly, I was actually genuinely pretty surprised. Now, of course, it's not going to have its full fat textures of everything that's on like PCVR, say for instance, but nonetheless, everything that makes the game good is there. The mechanics are solid. Honestly, you get more than enough enemies on screen, which I was quite impressed about. And really, from that side of things, pretty damn cool. As it goes for PC, this game is flipping gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous on the PC. It looks stunning, it plays incredibly well, and it kind of gives you everything that you would expect to see from, well, Vertigo. So when it comes to platforms, honestly, it's a bit of a shame that PSVR 2 is a letdown, but like I've said, I think this might be a hold off and then pick it up in a sort of maybe a month or two once they get the patch out for this, if that's what you're waiting for. If you don't really care that the graphics are a little bit scuffed for a bit, well, that's fine. Also, just get in there and enjoy yourself because you're going to have an absolute blast. I have really saved the best and most interesting part of this game until this point in the video, which is the fact that it's also a co-op game, which honestly, I was so happy when they announced this because this is an incredibly fun game. But when you get in there with a friend, it steps it up to 10. So me and a good friend of mine, Mateo, jumped in together to experience this on the Quest, and honestly, it was such a flipping blast. I mean, watching your friends spin around in slow motion, it just looks hilarious. When you are in a co-op game and you want to do like spins and stuff, and as it slows down your game, you get like a sphere around you, which allows them to slow down time without it interfering with you. But you still get to see them just going, woo, you know, just spinning in slow motion, which is dope. The game works incredibly well as a co-op. So from that side of things, honestly, a massive thumbs up all from me. Now, the way that the game works is you're going to go through some levels, then you're going to fight a boss, or you have like these weird brain statue things that you have to smash up, sometimes in like a wave battle. So you have like a bunch of different things you're going to be getting up to in there. That's not it though. You also are going to be upgrading like the skill tree of stuff so that it's got a lot of grindability to get back in there and reason to go back through the game again over and over again. Each time you go in there, you get a slightly different variation of things that's going on as well, which is quite nice. Kind of keeps you busy in the game and keeps you wanting to go back for a little bit more. So honestly, all in all, I actually really rate this game on Quest right now and on PCVR. This is an absolute no-brainer. On PSVR 2, just know that what you're getting into is a little bit of a not the greatest looking game, but fundamentally the game is still absolutely amazing on there. So just something to remember, those things all do apply, and it is what it is. When it comes to the game itself though, would I recommend this? Yeah, this is a hard recommend. Like, if you want to experience probably the most freedom you'll ever experience in a VR game, this is really going to be it. There's not much like it in virtual reality currently. I would say it doesn't do one thing particularly incredible, it just does a lot of things to a high standard, and on top of that, the way that the movement works in this just kind of tees it all off and gives you just an incredible experience that you can't have anywhere else. And honestly, the fact that you can do that with a friend really makes this like a high marked game for me, at least. I definitely think this is a must play. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I will link in the description a gameplay video I have for this. If you want to see like some solid gameplay of this, then hey, I've got a video for you. I've already covered this twice on the channel before, which is why I wanted to do this more of a review style video over a video where I actually dive into this and play the game for you. Although you will have seen a bunch of footage of this from Quest or PC, and I will have marked those up for you guys and gals. I would have had more footage for this, but unfortunately they didn't give me a key for PlayStation, and they are giving it to me like today, which is no use for me because I wanted to get this video out. Luckily I have experienced this when I went to see them at the studio, so you know, hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, there's not much I can do about it. If you enjoyed this, hey, smash like, subscribe. Let me know if you pick up this game in the comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions, and honestly, this is a bit of a no-brainer. If you like this style of game, you're going to be in for a good time. Enjoy yourself. Goodbye.